Yeah, I mean, this is a 69 Charger 500. It's a 440 automatic car, 157, 509. It was an early build.
All right, in the back of his storage building, it looks like a 71 Charger because of the hood, but it's not. I mean, it has a 71 Charger RT air grabber hood, N96 hood on it, but it's not. It's actually a rare 72 Charger, which took me by surprise, and I thought I knew a little bit about these cars. But what's really cool about this thing?
This is a 72 Charger Rallye Coupe. It's a WL21 car. It has fixed rear windows, which a lot of people don't know you could get that in 72. And of that, this is a 440 4-speed car. In that combination, they only made 11 of them. And so it's a really weird, oddball car. And then on top of that, this is an N96 car for 72. So you get the rally doors, it's an N96. It's also...
Which is the air grabber hood? Yeah, or the Ram Charger hood?
Ram Charger hood, which was gone, but I've got another one since then. I bought this car out of R&R Salvage, the famous Ron Slow place, back in 1999. So this came out of R&R Salvage. And it is a 354 Dana car also, which you could only get a 354 in 72. They got rid of the 410 in 71.
And so sway bar?
A rear sway bar.
Oh, that's cool.
So it still had a Hemi box. This is still 440 with a Hemi box and a Dana rear end. You could still get the good stuff in 72. Besides that, the neat thing that, since it's a WL21, most of those cars were all bench seat and real plain interior cars, which is ugly. It's like an all black mesh interior. Well, this came with the upgraded deluxe interior. So this is a buckets buddy seat car with the dog bone in between shifter, which is usually the bench seat shifter. But if you got these cars, they had different humps in them. And so it had a bench seat hump, and if you got buckets, you got the in between dog bone shifter.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of neat. It's buckets, dog bone, 440 stick, Dana, 1 of 11 Rallye Chargers. So
insane, man, insane, and it's beautiful. I mean, it looks bad. I mean, with the mismatch hood and all that, but it's really a clean car. I mean, it's not rusty, it's not crusty. I mean, other than it's missing the engine and such.
Yeah, I didn't get it with the motor and tranny or the Dana. Now I've acquired a correct date-coded 72 HP and a Hemi box and a correct Dana with the rear sway bar forward. So I've got all that for it. And like I said, this came out of Slobes. I actually went down there to buy a 68 Hemi Charger way back in the day, and he had sold it, so I bought this instead.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, looks like you're really suffering.
Well, I got a Hemi car now, so I'm okay. I'm good.
No, that's true. You're good.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, this good rails and the fender tags there, and all the numbers on the body. So again, another real nice restorable car, full vinyl top car. And then also I kind of learned recently this is an HT6 paint code, which is either medium tan metallic or Mojave tan metallic. And I've been told here recently that that was one of the least used colors in 1972. It was a 72 only year color. And it's like, so you got a rare car with what I've heard is the rarest color in 72. Not exactly, I wouldn't call super desirable color, but you put it all together, I guarantee you're not going to find another one of these.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Here's the close-up of the 72. You can make out the 72 only Rallye doors with the, not gills. What would they be considered?
I don't know if they slots or something.
Slots, yeah.
I don't think they had an actual official louvered, maybe?
Louvered, there we go. That's probably louvered.
Which everybody freaks out about the 71 doors, and I think the 72 doors were much more appealing than the 71 R2 doors.
I can understand that.
But I like the 72.
I know that it's apart right now, but it's pretty complete. Heck, there you can see the hole for this shifter.
Yeah, they've got a lot of that parts. So
it's got spare 72 stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's a view you like to see, air grabber. That's awesome. Oh, well, the last car in the storage building is a plain Jane car, and it's really funny. When we were talking about the B, I just happened to look over into the corner, and I saw 68 Coronet front grille. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, 68 Coronet. Now, that's because in 1969, to make the 69 Charger faster in NASCAR, they they put a 69 or a 68 Corvette grill in a 69 Charger, and they made the aero rear window flush. So it took me a second for it to dawn on me what I was looking at was not a 68 Corvette, but a real 69 Charger 500. And it's a really cool story on the car. Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 69 Charger 500. It's a 440 automatic car, 157 509. It was an early build. I was told they built it in batches. This was built in the first batch of 440s. Green, FA green with green interior, white stripe that we can tell because the car had been repainted and we just think it was a white stripe car. But the story in this car, I've known where the guy I bought it from, he's had it since 1979. And this car was on its third 440 at that time. Basically, this car got bought new and just got living crap beat out. It got ran down everything, ran hard. This was used the way they were supposed to be used back in the day. And so it's been off the road since 79. And unfortunately sat outside for a number of years. That's why it kind of went downhill. And I finally got it off the guy about 3-4 years ago. Production figures on these, they say they made 500 of them. I've had people say, they say 392 is actually what they made. Some people say 444. It's all up in the air. But this was the most common, the 440 automatic. I believe they're like 109 or 119. I can't remember exactly. But it's been around. Well, it's been around the greater St. Louis area since 79. I'm not sure about where it was sold new. I haven't gone and done the information on it yet. But again, I didn't get a motor or tranny, but I got the correct stuff for it. So all my cars I've accumulated basically most of the stuff I need to get them. But it's a real NASCAR edition, one of the real ones. So
that's cool, man. That's cool.
Like I said, most of these cars were real basic, buckets, console, sport wheel. Beyond that, no AC. This one had power steering. It was pretty straightforward AM radio. Like I said, they were pumping these cars out to get them legal for NASCAR. So they really didn't optional up too much.
That's true.
Some of the things I like about it, which you might see in the hood, is that it still has the vacuum pod lines all the way up into the front end, and they just cut them. So these things were never used by the car, but they built them and left them there. And the earlier ones that I understand were like that. I heard the later ones, they started trimming them at the firewall.
But the reason the thing had vacuum lines is not for the AC. The vacuum lines were actually run for the headlight assemblies, because on 69 Charger, the normal ones, the headlight assembly is actually spun with vacuum canisters. Yeah. So that's what the lines were used for. But
these cars were all built as Charger RTs when they came down the line, and then they shipped them off to that Creative Industries, and they modified them. Well, none of that stuff was needed, so they were just told to snip it. And you can't probably tell, but down in here, they just cut the lines. Whatever wasn't needed, they just cut it and left it and did their mods and sent them on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is a good, solid car. I mean, rails and all that, it's going to need quarters and floors and all that, but, never been severely wrecked.
And that's even original. Looks like a bias ply freaking tire on the front.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Try to get them rolling in. But, this is another car that I'd love to just maybe stick a motor in it and get it running, because it's almost presentable like it is.
Like I said, Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals 2017. Maybe we'll see it there. Yeah. Because we had a near twin to this one, but all untouched original with the 440 and all that this year, and it was a resounding success. Which you can actually see the video on that car on my channel as well, because I think this is coming out after it. But should be really neat, really neat. Well, thank you, sir. Well, here I'll do a quick shot of the side. See, it's a little rusty in the back, which, like you said, it needs quarters, but it's got that unique 69 only with the 68 grill. He's even got a Charger 500 toy, which I've never seen before. Really? Bucket seats without the headrests?
Yeah, because this was an early car.
That's right. They had to.
This is 157, 509. This was an early car, and they didn't do the headrests until, I can't remember what the
That's
on it.
And then, you can see this quarter is probably the worst of the two.
Yeah, it's It's been, for what I can tell, I know at least from the doors back, the car's been repainted, touched up. I think the paint on the front half of the car is original, but this car was just run hard.
Yeah, it looks like it. And here's the unique 69 Charger 500 and 69 Daytona Aero rear window. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Which I've always loved these cars. I mean, I love 69 Chargers as is, but I mean, with the...
You know, typical, I didn't get a broadcast sheet because it was missing, but then these cars, you know, you didn't guarantee to get your correct one in it anyway, you know.
That's true.
So I'm hoping it's out there still. You know, somebody might have it that's got a green interior on the Charger 500, so.
Yeah. Yeah. But some people don't know. There's turn signals in the hood. All right.
Yeah, I tried for a long time to get this car off the guy. He got to the point where he decided to let it go, and he gave me a shot, so I bought it off him.
Oh, and it's great that you saved it, man. And now it's indoors, leading a pampered life.
Yeah,
A lot of these...
hurt this car. It sat outside too long.
A lot of these cars don't get that opportunity. Heck, the other green 444 speed Charger 500 that you saw at McCacken, that one is in an actual true hay barn, like an actual 105-year-old hay barn, and that's where it went back to. So it is neat.
Yeah, to keep them out of the elements. Like I said, most of these cars have been sitting around here quite a while. So.
Yeah, that's all. What's really cool is Ryan and his son Seth took both of these cars to McCacken in 2 separate years. The 72 was there in 2019, and they brought the 69 Charger 500 to McCacken in 2021, right after COVID. So both the cars have seen daylight in the last few years, and I know that they are still collecting parts to start the restoration. I don't usually do 2 of these in a row, but you're in for a treat because this video series, the last 2 I did from Seth's and Ryan's place, or Ryan and Seth's place, I had to do them at the same time because I'm going to be gone next Monday. I'll probably be in Indiana following the eclipse. So I thought I'd knock out 2 of these end parts to camera real quick. But it was so cool that the cars that were in this video both came to McCacken and they both had a lot of fun. I know Seth and Ryan had a blast. You've probably met them if you've come to McCacken. Seth is in charge of organizing like Zone 4. Ryan's always bringing something cool, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. And I've been fortunate to call them friends for the last few years. And that's going to be exciting. But the Charger 500, they're still collecting parts on. And then the 72 Charger, they have basically all the parts. I think they just need to assemble it and, you know, blast it apart and paint it and such. But things are moving along, which makes me always happy. And I know that when I get back from Detroit and all that, I'm hoping that the weather will finally take a turn for the better, and I'll be able to start working on this thing a little bit more heavily. I am pretty sure I have the guy lined out to get the missing parts I need for my door panel. One of my armrests is wonky, so I need to get another armrest. Got to paint them all. That's one of the things I'm going to do. Is I'm going to do the SEM entire line of painting, because none of my panels match. The one door panel is originally white, one door panel is originally green. Oh, and it's funny. So I was cleaning my driver's side mirror. It's over. I don't know if you can see it on the car. And one of my followers, Corey from Canada, he's a big Mopar restoration guy. He goes, "That's a later model Challenger side mirror." And I'm like, huh. I'm like, that's the one that came on my car. And I have a picture of it, you know, when I first bought it. And sure enough, the driver's side door is a later model door than the passenger side. When I got this car, it was actually in primer, but like, I think each fender is a different color. One's blue, one's purple. One door is green. The back panels are green. So this was a mosh together car. It's actually originally a 318 car that someone put a big block in, a 727, and the side scoops and, you know, other pieces. So I'm just finishing it out. My goal always is to turn this car into something I could jump in and go do adventuring with, just like I do with the blue car. I just wish I'd had this kind of energy to do it before. But I don't know, this year with all the anger and anxiety over what happened with the blue car, it really just pushed me to be like, you know what, I have this car sitting here. I really need to do something with it. So, getting it done. But if you guys have any comments or questions or spare parts for 71 Challenger, I think I have the trim, but door stuff maybe, let me know. I'll be around. Don't forget, Jefferson's coming up in Jefferson, Wisconsin. There's the Mopar Swap Meet in Wisconsin that's coming up also. I think that's after Jefferson. But if you follow me on social media, it's all there. Of course, leave your comments and questions below, and I'll respond because I'm OCD. Everyone, I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.